Hey guys, DJ Dono here. Okay, this video is on what you would perceive to be as a bad night. Sorry, getting a little bit of wolf mother here. Change in a second. Anyone who's not from Australia, I guess, wouldn't really know who Wolf Mother is. They sound a little bit like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, but they are pretty much a new band. But next song, this one's alright. For the drummers. Okay, anyway, something you'll perceive to be as a bad night. There's been a lot of gigs that I've done, and I'm sure other DJs have done, where virtually you don't have many dancers. There's been bugger all through the night. You are trying your hardest to get people on the dance floor, and it's just not working. Me personally, I when all else fails, I do try like an ABBA mega mix, or I try, which I do anyway, which would be like my nut push, my bus stop, that sort of thing. Sometimes it fails big time, and you think, oh Jesus, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing nothing wrong. And when, you know, even if they ask for certain songs, be country or whatever, you're not doing nothing wrong. A lot of the time, which I've been surprised on, is come the end of the night, you think it's been the biggest flop in the world, and it hasn't. Come the end of the night, you're packing up, and they're telling you it's been such a fantastic night. They had a ball, and all you've done is you see people tapping on the table or tapping their foot, whatever. And yeah, come into the night, they tell you were fantastic, it was great. They had a ball. And you do tend to think to yourself, why do they bother bringing lights? Why do they bring smoke? Or all this sort of stuff. The best example for me is I did a 50th wedding anniversary. Now what age does that tell you that the people were? Maybe their 70s? I kid you not, these people came in with walking canes and wheelchairs, and I thought, Jesus, what kind of night I'm waiting for here? Why did you people book a DJ? Anyway, I did the night, I did my quiet backing music, I got into the other stuff, a lot of rock and roll stuff, 60s, 70s, and a hell of a lot of country music. And that particular night they told me that they had a ball. The music was fantastic, because I did see people singing along and all that, and they've had a ball, which in fact was not a bad night. For them it was fantastic. I even had a couple of old guys say that they loved watching the light, they saw the smoke rise up through the lighting, and it just looked good, and the music sounded good. They, you know, a lot of their Kenny Rogers stuff, things like that, Johnny Cash, that they liked, I played. And the only reason I played is because I tried so hard to get a dance floor. Give me a dance floor! But it just wasn't going to happen. So, not necessarily just because you think you're having a bad night, doesn't necessarily mean you're having a bad night. There's people who are just not dancers. Which brings to another point. That will happen. You will do gigs where people are not dancers. It doesn't matter what you do. A cool thing that I've seen Brian S. Reed do was the whole circle thing, where you get different people to line up, you force them on the dance floor. Now that is working for him, but here in Australia, I don't know. I'm thinking about giving it a try, because I don't know how the hell that sort of thing's going to go. Because here in Australia, you're more than likely told where to go. I use 2 fingers. For those of you who have noticed. But pretty much, I've never really had a massively bad night where they were just miserable all night. More than likely, they're there, they have a few drinks, and they are having a good time, even though you think that they're not. So if that ever happens to you, don't let it be a discouragement or whatever, because more than likely coming into the night, they'll tell you they've had a good time anyway. Even though you'll drive away thinking, my God, that was crap. Then you got to look at it the other way too. You could have a massive night, full dance floor all night. It's going berserk. It's going nuts. But come the end of the night, all of a sudden you finish for the night. You're packing up or whatever. All of a sudden, because these people want to keep going, even though it's been a really good night for you and everybody else, you will get called everything under the sun. Every word you can think of, you will be called it. And to me, that's enough to make the night a bad night. Because even though it's been really good, coming into the night when I'm packing up and I'm getting abused because I won't keep going. See, here in Australia, I think maximum time limit is 1 o'clock in the morning at a hall. After 1 o'clock, it's a complete shutdown. You have to shut down. And because you won't keep going, even the people who are running the party, they're saying, right, okay, no, that's enough, kill it. You'll get abused by everybody in that room because they're pissed. So, even though you're having a fantastic night, come the end of it, it can destroy the whole thing. So just remember that. Not necessarily what you think is a bad night is a bad night, and not what necessarily you think is a good night could come the end of the night be a good night. It's just the life of the mobile world. Although it is really good when they've had a good time through the night and you were told you're fantastic, you play music that I hadn't heard in years, and they've had a good time on the dance floor and no one pressures you to keep going unless you're elsewhere and they're offering you $100 or whatever to go another hour. Okay, cool. Sounds good. But no one's abusing the crap out of you. They're just telling you that they had a really good night, they appreciate what you've done, and even better still, which I don't allow to happen, you know they're happy with you when come the end of the night, they offer to help you load up the car or van. Then you know you've done a good, they've really enjoyed you. But usually, like at the start of the night, they're quite willing to help you bring your stuff in. I've had that. Oh, you want a hand bringing thing? Alright, yeah, no worries. Come the end of the night, you want a hand packing up? No thanks, it's all good. Alright, you just go and have another drink. I'm not going to have some drink carting around, you know, likes like this and have them drop on the floor. Like I nearly just did. He's opening by the globe. No, I'm going to check that in a minute now. Forget I just did that. Alright, so just remember what I said about good nights and bad nights. Maybe or not necessarily. Okay then guys, don't forget to practice and enjoy. What that really means is if you're a DJ and you're on your console or whatever, practice your mixing, practice your beat mixing, and most importantly, because I don't find mixing to be the most important part, practice what songs go well with what songs, and just do a hard cutting mix and try to keep your dance floor. That is a practice, and enjoy, well, enjoy means enjoy. Enjoy what you're doing because it's great stuff. Okay guys, practice and enjoy. See you later.